Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's your man, King Anan. Now on this channel, I talk about issues having to do with Africa, specifically Ghana and the diaspora, and how to bridge the gap between both parties. Now in this video, I'm going to be talking to you specifically about how to travel to Ghana during this COVID-19 pandemic era that we're living in. In the past, I've had people ask me, Anan, how exactly do I travel to Ghana? What do I have to do? So I'm going to be providing you a step-by-step in detail of exactly what you have to do, and I hope this provides you some value. Depending on when you're watching this video, the process might be a little bit different. You might not have to complete some of the steps. Again, because of the COVID era that we're living in, right now there's a test that you have to take in order to enter Ghana. So, some of the steps might be omitted, but the main thing is when you're traveling to any country, it remains the same. You gotta get a visa and whatnot. I plan to go and travel to Ghana hopefully within the next 6 to 12 months because I want to get out of this cold. It's so cold here right now. I'm in Florida and it's cold right now. So I made a list here because I wanted to give you a step-by-step breakdown on exactly what to do so that you're able to get to Ghana successfully and go ahead and enjoy the sun, that African sun, and get that perfect melanin complexion back into you. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to secure your visa. Okay, that is so important, guys. Don't purchase your airline ticket before you secure your visa. Okay, so you want to go ahead and, depending on where you're at, I'm in the United States, so depending on which country you live in, just find out where your visa office is and what the procedure is for securing a visa. But for the United States, it's GhanaEmbassyDC.org. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description box so you can go ahead and just click it and then go ahead and check out that website and see exactly what you need to do. But the first thing is the most important thing, actually this is good because right now you can actually pay your visa fee online on the website. Okay, they're not allowing money order or cashier's check. When I last visited Ghana, we actually had to fill out a paper application. I hate filling out applications, but I actually had to do that. I actually had to fill out a paper application and then send the money in by snail mail, and then send the money and the application, and then wait for it to come back. So the good thing is right now you can actually do everything online, which makes it really streamlined. So kudos to you, Ghana Embassy. Now, there's two different types of ways, depending on how fast you want your visa and how soon you're traveling. Is you can get it regular service, which is 10 to 15 business days, and then the expedited service is 5 business days. Now, I know you're probably wondering, how much is this going to cost me? Great question. So for a single entry visa, meaning if you just want to visit Ghana one time and not go back, but I don't know why you wouldn't want to go back to Ghana. Once you get there, you're going to be like, man, I want to come back here and see what's really going on in Ghana. But yeah, so the single entry visa, the standard service is $60. That's the most affordable, okay? And then there's single entry visa rush service, which is $100. So that's $40 extra, right? Then you can also get a multiple entry visa, meaning you can get a visa for 3 years or 5-year period, and you can go back and as much as you want, travel there as many times as you want. Okay, so the standard service for that is $100. So with that, it's valid for 3 years until your passport expires, or within a 5-year period. If you're actually a citizen of Ghana, which I am a citizen of both Ghana and the United States. So with the multiple entry visa, the most important thing to know about it is that it's valid for 3 years unless your passport expires within that 3-year period. Okay, so the standard service on that is $100. The multiple entry visa for rush service is $200. So it can get a little bit expensive, but it's well worth it. When you get to Ghana, you get through the airport and you're back home in Africa. It's just an amazing feeling. So whatever amount that you're paying is well worth it. Okay, so just go ahead and get to the website. Again, I'm going to be putting a link, dropping a link in the description box so that you can go ahead and check out all the information. So you've received your visa, your passport is stamped, you're getting excited about traveling back to Africa, Ghana. The next thing that you want to do is you got to get a test called a PCR test. Okay, this is basically a COVID-19 test to see whether you're positive or negative for COVID. Hopefully you're negative. So the PCR test is being administered at either a doctor's office, a clinic, or the hospital. So you want to call around depending on where you live. Ghana requires that the airport requires you to have one of these tests in order to travel to Ghana, to make it out of the airport. So that's what you want to do. Call around and find out. The tricky thing about this is that it has to be administered within 72 hours before you travel. So that could be the tricky thing, because in some areas, it takes actually 2 to 3 days to get the result of the test back. So it can be a little tricky, but find out where your closest location to get this administered, and then go ahead and take the test as soon as possible. So you got everything completed. You got your PCR test back. You got your result back. You're negative. Now it's time to travel. Just picture this. You're traveling through the airport, no matter where you're at. You're on the airplane, you're flying, you're eating some airplane food, you're sleeping, you're taking a nap, you end up at Kototka International Airport. Then there's something else you got to go through. Again, Ghana requires you to take another test. Okay, this is just to prevent the spread of COVID, unfortunately, is what we got to go through these days. Yeah, they require you to take another test. There's another test that's going to be administered at the airport in Ghana. Now, unfortunately, you got to come out the pocket. It costs $150. I know that could be a lot of money. Okay, but you got to chalk it up. You got to pay. There's actually a website that you can actually prepay for this test. It's myfrontierhealthcare.com. The link is going to be in the description. But yeah, there's another test that you have to take. So you've arrived at the airport and you're in line, you're in a queue you're in a line, you're in a queue to get through immigration and all that. That's actually a protocol. There's a new arrival protocol that you got to go through. There's a data entry form. There's a form that you have to fill out. There's several questions that you need to answer about the PCR test, taking making sure you took your COVID test before you arrived, and then since if you're smart, you go ahead, like I said, pay the $150 before you even arrive in Ghana, and then they're gonna give you a receipt once they verify that you've actually taken the COVID test. You're gonna get a receipt, and then the next thing is they're gonna take you into a room for you to actually take the COVID test there. I believe they swab your nose, just like they do in most places, and then it might take maybe about 30 to 45 minutes for you to actually get the result. But once you get the result, you're negative. You're gonna be allowed to go through, and then go through immigration. Just like in any other airport anywhere in the world, you go through immigration and then you're done. So it's simple as that. So it's kind of a step-by-step process. If you've never traveled before, some of you may never have traveled before, or if you traveled before, you're used to some of these things, but it's a little bit different and a little bit more complicated because we're living in the pandemic, unfortunately. So that's what we all got to go through. But yeah, I hope you're brave enough to go through this, but it's well worth it, because once you arrive in Ghana, you're just gonna have an amazing time. Your spirit is gonna reconnect with your ancestors, and every single time I go to Ghana, I just have an amazing time, because I feel so at peace, so relaxed. It's a lot different than being in the western part of the world. It's just a completely different type of vibe. If you're going there during these holidays, you're gonna have so much fun. So guys, I just wanted to share this with you. I hope it provided you some value. If it did, please make sure you go ahead and click the thumbs up. Make sure you, if you have any questions, make sure you go ahead and comment below. And then make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's really going to help me out. Make sure you share this with some friends. But once again, it's King Anan, and I'll catch you in the next video.